Thanks for joining us on Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au. Stu and Mike here to take you through the card at Randwick this weekend. We're on another soft to heavy surface. Of course, all that rain in Sydney earlier in the week. Plenty of best bets coming your way. A lot of value in there, hopefully, as well. And as always, welcoming our chief analyst, Mike Wood. Mate, we're deep into the winter racing, obviously, but we do have the horse's birthday to look forward to on Saturday.
Yeah, smaller fields on Saturday. Not that exciting, I don't think, but at least it's the horse's birthday. And I've been oblivious to this for a very long time, how much action there is in the winter in the horse breeding industry. Like the foals coming through the next couple of months. Obviously, the mares going to the different studs. I finally got my own broodmare, Lakari.
Yeah, well done, mate.
She's up there at Winner with Stratum Star. I couldn't be more excited. It's such a long process, but I'm very, very excited, mate. Lakari, Stratum Star, Lakari Star? Odds on, I reckon, mate. We were talking before the show, but a few hoops to get through first.
Oh, mate, well, it sounds like you're very excited about the breeding side of things. I'm excited about a wet track at Randwick this weekend. Of course, that's where all the feature profiles at theraceguide.com.au can help you, mate. But 9 metres and out 7 metres the remainder of the rail.
Wet Randwick, this is our bread and butter profiling, athletic types, tough types that can charge home out wide. Soft 7 to heavy 8, we think, is the forecast. It will dry a little bit, but not too much. The bias, not that easy to predict. They've had a bit of a freshen up at Randwick, but usually in this rail position, it's fair early and then out wide later on.
OK, I know you absolutely love these track conditions at Randwick. I've seen many a good day out there with you, mate. So let's have a look here. There's 9 races on the card. We've got to get through 5. Where are we looking?
Yeah, pretty good. I think the Thank You Stable Staff handicap's a good one. Race 7 on to race 8 and race 9. Race 3 and race 5 we like as well, but not so much confidence early in the card. All
right, yeah, of course, it's Industry Recognition Day at Royal Randwick this weekend. So let's kick it off, as you said. Race 3 to start things off, Mike, and it's the ATC Thank You Jockeys handicap over the 1,300 metres, and James McDonald claiming his 4th seniors jockey title. Of course, Robbie Dolan's 2nd consecutive apprentices title, and it's Cordia heading the market here. $2.20, ran on well behind In and Up, prime candidate, Poetic Charmer, racing well latest, so that has franked the form. Noble Boy, $5.50, wide tightened. Was that a big forgive last week? Obviously back in trip here. You Make Me Smile, $6 on the back up after fighting on well last week. We've got Man a Piece there, so reliable this preparation. $6.50 after leading and holding off Spencer under a good ride from Louise Day. And then out to Chinkadea at $8, resuming off a nice trial. And of course Spencer, who chased Man a Piece all the way at $9. But Cordia, Mike, a nice good horse on the rise.
Yeah, and you don't get many of those progressive horses during these winter months and these lower grade races, which makes him an exception to the rule. Let's see him second up, staying at 1,200 metres, which might have been a slight negative. Got a long way back this day, came to the outside. You'll note his big, long, strong stride. He gets to the line very well, so the step up in distance should help. You Make Me Smile went straight past him this day, but he did over-race in behind horses. That wasn't his go, and he improved next start, didn't he, Stu?
It did, okay. Of course, we're seeing the Poetic Charmer, prime candidate form here. And do they just get away late here?
No, I think the last 50's fine. That stride should suit the 13 on Saturday.
Okay, well, let's have a look at a horse. Well, let's face it, you've backed this the last couple of starts, Mike. You Make Me Smile. It's coming up again on the show here. Why are we showing this one? It's out in front. Is this what it needs to do this weekend?
110%. Once in behind horses, it's got absolutely none. When it's not fit, it's got no chance. So maybe I shouldn't have backed it second up, Stu, in hindsight. Look, imagine prime candidate this race on a Saturday. It'd be much shorter than $6. They go hammer and tong, strong tempo from the 400 metres, right to the line. He only just gets pipped for 3rd. He's fit. He'll go forward. He'll cross to the lead. And it'll be very, very hard to run down.
Okay, so across the lead, a Man a Piece probably going forward this weekend as well.
1,300 metres, you won't hold him out.
All right, well, there's a look at the couple of replays here. So let's get our key factors started. Of course, we're running our own mini race. Keep your eyes on the top right-hand side of the screen. We're looking for the gold bars, Mike. Form time, who's got all this?
Yeah, Cordia, You Make Me Smile, the best form. Noble Boy, Do You Forgive last start?
Not sure.
We did in that racing.
All right.
Maybe we shouldn't have.
Let's have a look at key factors, Mike. Who's got progression here?
We talked about it. Cordia's got upside. You Make Me Smile, maybe a bit of upside as well with more fitness. Chinkadea can race better fresh, and Sir Plush is not a bad fresh horse too. Nice trials.
Okay, so all the favourites right there. Cordia and You Make Me Smile on top. What about the distance?
Yeah, we talked about it before. Cordia should absolutely love it. A Noble Boy, strong tempo, small field. he should like that setup as well.
Okay, so Cordia rips to the lead here, out by a length. Noble Boy, you make me smile. Track conditions.
I looked and I looked, but I couldn't find anything for you, Stu. Sorry, mate.
All right, I would have thought you could, mate, or going through all that analysis. What about positioning run? Who gets that 1300?
Maybe Make Me Smile does like Randwick better than Rosehill, but positioning run, small field, all okay.
Okay, so not too much gold there to finish things off, but it's Cordia on top, only by a length, so that we pretty much think the market's got this one right. Let's see where we're going to play early on in the day to get some cash. And, well, Mike, $2.20. I mean, it's short enough start to the day, but we're talking a progressive horse. Noble Boy, yeah, I don't know, mate. The questions are out, but You Make Me Smile's been right there. And look, they've gapped the others here.
Yeah, don't like that Man of Peace form line with Spencer, the bias in their favour last start on that horribly biased Kenzo track.
Yeah, good point.
Which leaves us with 3. Think I'd be confident, but like you say, Stu, I just don't know what Noble Boy is going to do. I'm tempted to back against him, so I'm going to make Cordy my best bet. And You Make Me Smile and watch the parade in the market for Noble Boy.
Yep.
If he drifts, I'll bet bigger for sure.
Okay, so it's Cordia there for us as a best bet early in the day from You Make Me Smile, the value, race 3. Kicking on to race number 5 now. It's a special thank you to Happy Clapper here. Of course, it's over the mile. And Pat Webster, Happy Clapper, 12 wins at ATC's tracks from 8 and 18 placings from 38 starts, $7.3 million in the bank. But it's word for word on top here. So it's a strong support here in the market on Thursday, running on okay over the 1,500 metres here at the latest. We've got Dabari, equal favourite here, $3. Fought on well, going down by a nose, right on the line to Zaria. Obviously gets a big weight swing here. So there is Zaria on the next line, $4.40. Just kept coming last start. We've got Convinced, $6.50. Interesting here, Mike. Is it a Forgive or how's it going? We've got Adana, $9. Never in the mix there at all behind that Zaria race as well. So, look, a few questions here, Mike, but the money's come for word.
Convinced going no good at all. Start to $10. Not looking at him. Let's have a look at Dabari last start, Zaria. This is quite a hard race to analyse, isn't it? Because there was a really strong on-pace inside bias, but they went so hard in this race. The leaders tied and Zaria ran on down the outside. They were the last 200 metre section. I can't remember what it was, but it was very slow. So which one do you rate higher? Zaria for running on against the bias or Dabari for being up on that strong tempo? I'm just not sure, but Adana... That was a pretty weak run from him, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, we've expected a lot better there of Adana, but Mike, we've obviously got the big B word, the bias this week. Hopefully we don't get that this weekend.
I don't think we will, and obviously a claim for Dabari down in the weights helps on a wet track for sure.
Okay, let's have a look at word for word. But going back a few starts here, I think this is its last start at Randwick. So we're getting some Randwick form, and well, who knows, Mike, by race 5, could they be this wide?
I think so, and she's got that profile, doesn't she? She's an athletic type, a lightly framed type. She absolutely loves wet track. She doesn't get 1,800 metres, so I don't think she'll go to that race later in the day. She comes out wide. Orsino Passy, that's pretty good winter form lines. Runs on hard. She won her next start after this, but there were some reports during the week from Chris Waller that she was slightly lame, which makes me worried.
Okay, and of course Opacity, great form lines from early in the winter. Okay, let's get this race started. Race number 5. Where is all the form going in this race?
It's a pretty close race, but Dabari with the claim just gets the gold bar. Light him up.
Okay, yeah, so some nice important claims at this time of the year. There is Dabari, and it goes further ahead with progression.
I just didn't know what to do. He's had a bit of a long prep, but he's lightly raced compared to the others. I'll give him some progression. All but gone, getting fitter can improve. A Mercurial Lad will pop up 3rd or 4th up, I think.
Okay, all but gone. The rank outside of there, but it's not too far away, but you're cruising on through the distance here.
All good milers.
All right, track conditions. Who's going to like a little bit of sting?
Maybe Dabari, but Stu, I couldn't find you anything again. I'm sorry, mate.
All right, that's 2 races for track conditions down, Mike. What about the last one? Positioning run. Come on, we need some gold
purple,
here.
Small field, doesn't matter.
Okay, so you've analysed all this race, but we haven't got too much gold going through it. Okay, but we did have one that's obviously been out in front for a long way there, Mike. Dabari. It is the favourite, $3.10. Look, 2 lengths on our key ratings here, Mike. Where does that leave it? $3 and $4.20 behind, but $3.10, is that a bet?
Well, we talk about edge and we talk about confidence and risk when you're having a punt, and there's definitely edge in that market. 2 lengths at $3.10, which means I like him, but my confidence is low coming off a Kenzo run. He's definitely the best bet. But the staking is small, I think. Okay,
so it's Dabari there. Race number 5 for us. Well, we're 2 down out of our 5 races at Randwick this weekend. Plenty more to come after the break. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. We're 2 down. We've got 3 more big races to go. The next one we're going to have a look at from Randwick this weekend is race 7, the ATC Thank You Stable Staff Handicap. And with more than 8,000 starters on ATC tracks every year, it is a big thank you to all the staff involved. But it's Black Magnum here, $5 into the $4, a baptism of fire for Tommy Sherry when he rode this horse last start in town. We've got Sangria, $4.20 resuming. Love the trial. This horse is fast. We've got In and Up there, $4.60. A good return versus Adelong. Then obviously the prime candidate, Poetic Charmer form, is looking good for this. Broken Arrow, $6. Hit and Run, winning up in the Sunshine State. And we've got Accelerado if it's there on the backup from Wednesday, Mike. But Black Magnum, ooh, are we going to show this?
Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. He was very unlucky first up in what was a very strong tempo race, but he did have the right position.
Good.
And he is very good fresh. And the same thing happened last preparation. Well, actually won first up last preparation. And this is what happened second up. He was $2.30, it was $2.40, I don't know what he was, but he was very short in the market. Yep. We backed in this day. He was box seat, steady tempo, up to 1,100 metres. And we talk about smashing the line in the show. And over 1,100 metres plus, Black Magnum does not smash the line. It ended up coming down the outside. A weight turnaround against him, but I think it's probably a better run off the steady tempo, Stu.
Okay, no, that is very interesting, Mike. All depends on the tempo this weekend that we're going to see. And, well, that tempo is going to come from this horse, Mike, Sangria. We're taking you back to its run down the straight in Flemington. Form here around Dirty Work and a few others. So, Mike, this is up the straight, so it is completely different. But we know this horse has got talent. We know it's got speed. What surface does it love?
Yeah, I think it's probably a dry track. Well, this is a soft fire this day. Once again, we talked about progressive types in this card on Saturday. This is a very, very progressive sprinter, powerful, on pace, early speed. Should lead this race easily. This is black type form, which is better than the previous form we looked at, but it's a heavy track and she's failed on a heavy twice before.
All right, we've got to go have a look at all these form replays. We'll take that one up the straight. So let's have a look here, Mike. Who's got all the form leading into race number 7 for the day?
Very interesting race. Black Magnum with the claim again. In and Up won a very good race last start. Sangria on the heavy track last start, probably not good enough.
Sangria miles behind. Got a lot of work to do, the second favourite here, if it's going to catch Black Magnum and In and Up. But who's got all the progression?
Geez, her trial was good, wasn't it? If it was a dry track,
sure
I'd
was.
pile into her. But it's not a dry track. Single Bullet, nice trial as well, can run well fresh. Grimoire, even when he's big in the yard, he can run well fresh. And Tonzor, not bad trials, maybe could have been slightly better. OK, so a few there at value, and you're right, we're not going to get back to that dry surface this weekend, hopefully soon. What about the distance? Single Bullet does not hit the line over 1,100 metres first up. Black Magnum, I wish I could say he did hit the line, but he just doesn't quite as much as the others do.
OK, so no goal for the fave there, but plenty for Sangria and lots of others. It's In and Up out in front. I thought you said you like the track conditions this week, mate.
I don't know what's happening, but nothing. I can't believe it.
All right, so still In and Up by a length. Black Magnum in second. Position in run. You're cruising past this as well.
Yeah, it could be out wide later, but this stage of the day, you should be in the middle of the track.
OK, so we've had a few key factors there late. We're not seeing any gold for the track conditions through those, Mike. Let's have a look now. I mean, In and Up, we know this horse is racing well. Black Magnum, are the punters going to come back for it after that last start? $4.20 Sangria. I agree with you, mate. If this thing had a dry track, it'd be a lot shorter.
Yeah, love Sangria if the track dries. And Black Magnum, look, Tommy Sherry's an aggressive rider.
Yep.
Does he have the patience after last start to wait,
It'll be interesting.
and hold it up for the last minute sprint? In and Up either way, I think, gets to the outside and swoops home past them all.
All right, so In and Up to be swooping there late in the day at Randwick, which moves us on to race number 8. And this time it's a thank you to all the trainers. And, of course, Chris Waller taking out his 10th consecutive Metro Trainers title. And we've got Full Mina here, the $3 favourite. We've ridden a little close at the 2000 last start. Obviously, Tommy Sherry's ridden this 2 out of its 3 wins. We've got Montefilia there, $5.50. Exciting horse for David Payne. A new season 3-year-old filly. A great run fresh on the Kenzo. And, of course, we didn't know the bias that day, so that run was obviously better than what it looked. We've got Word for Word and Emergency here, so keep your eyes on that. Monegal, $9. Racing Well, the 1800 suits, Randwick type. Let's see if you like that, Mike. And, of course, Lalude out to $9. But Full Mina, is this the sort of horse going places?
I think she is. Look, last start she was in a 2,000 metre race, which we're not going to look at.
Yep.
And she got beaten by 3 open class imported stayers, and the Aussie breeds just cannot beat them over that distance range. So let's look at 2 starts ago. 1,800 metres, wet track, very similar field. Gets to the outside, and the great thing about this horse is she just digs in and fights hard. Rose Hill, bit of a sprint this day. Probably didn't quite suit her, but she still smashed the line. Randwick, light athletic type, tick, tick, tick for the favourite.
Oh, man, I've been waiting for you to say that, Mike. This whole show, track conditions, obviously, but Fulmina, look, they're all spread over the track there. I'm still keen to see where they're going to be on Saturday.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where they go. She sustains her run no matter what.
Okay, so could be a smart horse on the rise. And, well, there is absolutely nothing wrong with Monagle's form this time in. Mike, we've got word for word on the inside. Monagle's on the outside. I mean, this horse is doing nothing wrong, and it's a big price.
What price would she be if she was trained by C. Wallace? She wins first up by a margin. Second up, Unlucky takes off 700 metres out and still runs a good race, comes second. And this race takes off 800 metres from home, which thoroughbreds just cannot do on heavy tracks and still run well. But she fights on. Look, 1,800 metres might be her max, but her ratings are simply one of the best in this race.
Yeah, you said fights on. Look at that last 50, just absolutely munching it there.
Randwick type.
To the line. Okay, Mike, let's get this race started. Race number 8. So we're pretty late in the day here. You're expecting to see them swooping home out wide. But who has got the form here?
Monagle, clearly. Yeah. She's flying. She gets the claim. Fulmina off last up, maybe just a touch behind.
Okay, so there's Monagle out in front from Fulmina. A whole host there in behind. And progression, well, this one is obviously progressive.
Yeah, Montefiore. Look, she's racing out of her grade. She's just turning 3 on Saturday. It's her birthday, obviously. 2 to 3, it's all her birthdays. But she can improve for sure. Okay, now track conditions, Mike. You haven't given us too much gold throughout the whole show tonight, and now we're about to get some. No, you're too excited, mate. You've gone one early. You can't wait. Fulmina back to 18's better, I think, with more tempo. And Montefiore, she's going towards the Oaks, isn't she? She can definitely improve as well. Yeah, very, very high plans there for the trainer. Mike, track conditions, I'm going to say it again. You love a wet Randwick, and you've finally found one, it looks like. That is it. One of those 3 horses will win, and there's probably only 2 in it, isn't there? Oh, well, that's a nice early play, mate. I like that. Fulmina from Montefiore, and of course Monagle there, Mike. And mate, no more goals here to finish it off. So there's only one here that you're really keen on in terms of key factor. Monagle can swoop out wide, but it's all about track conditions. All right, so all about track conditions this race. I know this guy gets very frothy when we talk about these track conditions at Randwick. He's found a race he likes. Mike, you got 2 that are absolutely clearing out here. One's $3, one's $9. I'm terrified of Montefiore, but if the young horse gets past us, good on it. One of these 2 horses will win on Saturday. I'm loading up. I'm backing the truck up. I absolutely love them. Fulmina, tough Randwick type, and Monagle's absolutely flying. All right, there's the race we're pretty keen on this weekend. Fulmina and Monagle, the value. We're going to wrap it up now. Race number 9, and this one's a thank you to the owners. Of course, we are both owners of horses. We'd love to get a win. Hopefully I'll get one next week, mate, with a starter down the south coast. Let's kick this race off, though, with Steel Diamond, $4.20. Obviously, Rick Worthington's been doing it tough. A great article by Ray Hickson on the Racing New South Wales website. Obviously some cancer issues in there, some brain tumours, and well, he's just been in a buoyant mood to even talk to the media, Mike, and still talk about racing. Sharaterra, $4.40 there on the second line of betting. Good draw. Can he settle a little closer here? We've got Offshore, $5, resuming with an all-the-way win for Bjorn, and of course Glyn, who sticks here again. And Stella Seasun, $9 to 1,400 metres. Third up here, Mike, but Steel Diamond for Rick Worthington is the favourite here, $4.20. Yeah, definitely want that horse to win based on all the things you said, Stu, for Rick Worthington. Look at her in the second replay. Let's have a look at the first replay. Sharaterra, Stella Seasun. Sharaterra, what do you do with him? We backed him second up. He was a little bit unlucky, but if you look at his record, you'll see he doesn't win that often. Maybe that last 15 metres, he just shirks it a tiny bit. Stella Seasun, very well ridden by Collett 2 starts to go to win. Probably produced a little bit too early on the inside this day. To 1,400 metres, she needs a very cute ride, I'm not sure. Yep. Look, Sharaterra rates well, but what do you think, Stu? Do you trust him? Well, I think we've been that down a couple of times, Mike, but do you go back for more? That's the big question. He definitely likes a wet track. All his wet track runs are rock solid. Okay. Well, let's have a look at Steel Diamond here, Mike. This isn't the last start. It's not the start before. I'm pretty sure this is this horse's first start. We are talking about a horse that raced against Bivouac and crossed the line with Cosmic Force. You talk about track conditions. I've never seen a horse that's legless on good, that flies on heavy like this track. She was beaten last start on a heavy track as well, but that was only because the tempo was steady. This is the only other time she's been beaten on heavy. And look at the horses in front of her. Yeah, wow. She's top class. She's black type on wet tracks, I think. And if they get to the outside, I hope Rick Worthington will be cheering on Saturday. Sometimes you just got to get through all that form. You've gone back, obviously, 9 starts. You've done all the form. Of the day. Bit of fun, mate. All right, let's have a look. Let's get this race started now to end the day, Mike. Race number 9, Steel Diamond and Sharaterra. They're the ones for the form. Yeah, Sharaterra going very well. The only reason Steel Diamond didn't get closer last start, she didn't like the steady tempo. Okay, let's see who's got all the progression. Offshore, don't like the form line, but can progress, I guess. And Chalk, you got to watch that replay. That one very easily first up. Definitely has more in hand.
Okay, so Still Diamond, Sharatera, still the favourites just in front here, Mike. And well, Still Diamond, a huge kicker here for distance.
Yeah, it includes tempo, so a stronger tempo with Noble Joey going forward. She'll absolutely love it.
Okay, we lit them up for tack conditions last time. Who's got it here?
Still Diamond heavy again, so she likes it. Julian Rock, wet. If he's fit enough, can handle it. And high-low bet likes Randwick.
Okay, so a couple of nice value here, getting some gold down the bottom. Position in run, who's going to get this?
A big pattern watch. Steel Diamond's the swooper, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, so Still Diamond out by a length from Sharatera. Is that going to be horse going to be in our mix again? We will see, because we're going to have a look here now. Still Diamond only by a length, Mike. So the favourites, look, they're right there in the market, but Offshore is one of the favourites. It's no love for us. Stella Seasun, well, you've pretty much potted that, I think, mate. But where are we going to go for some value here?
Yeah, probably 5 bets in the race. Any of those top 5 you could definitely back. And Julian Rock is definitely a yard watch, but Steel Diamond, if it's a swoopers track, I think she just wins. And like I said, Julian Rock, watch the yard for sure.
Okay, so Steel Diamond swooping hard late in the day. Well, there's a look at 5 big races from Randwick this weekend. Stick around after the break. Plenty more coming your way, including our best bets and, of course, our charity multi. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. We've had a good look at the Randwick card this weekend, but there are more races to get through, Mike. 9 races. We've had a look at 5. You love these track conditions. We know they're going to be swooping later on, but I'm looking at this and there's not many at double-figure odds here, mate.
I love the track conditions, but that does not mean I love the cards, Stu. This is a tricky day. Lots of short prices. Bazooka Blinkers on third up. I backed him first up. I backed him second up. I've got to back him third up. Nicky Rose, very consistent near pace from a nice barrier. 850 Cordia, one of the progressive horses on the card at 220.
Yeah,
One
nice
Diva,
bet.
also progressive. Dabari, is he progressive? I'm not sure. Maybe check the yard. Monsieur Susu loves Randwick wet tracks. In and up, swooping down the outside. Fulmina too tough. And Steel Diamond, another super to finish off the day.
All right, nothing wrong with some shorties if we can get them home, and I like the sound of some confidence there, mate. $100 hot seat time. You know, in this sort of segment, Mike, $100. You know, we go so wide, and mate, what's this? One race in the hot seat.
No hedging on Saturday. There is one race we are confident in. We are all in. $60 Fulmina and $40 Monagle, who I've got priced at about $4 or $5. The 2 of them will clear out. 4 lengths to thirds.
Oh, I like it. Race number $800 hot seat. One race tick. Let's move on straight to the 2020 charity multi. Of course, we're doing it for the Bondi to Berry Ride to remember for Dementia Australia. Let's kick it off with a multi race 8. We're going to go Monagle the place for all the reasons you've said, Mike. It's going to be there. They're going to be swooping late in the day. $2.90. Well, let's just lap that up. That can't start that price late in the day. And of course, Steel Diamond, the place in race number 9. We'll multi that up $20 at $5.22. And let's have a Quinella in race number 3. Cordia, you said they're a very progressive type. You make me smile. It's going to be on the pace, and we are not putting Noble Boy in there, mate. So we'll have $20 on that. There's the Quinella for the charity multi.
Too risky, Noble Boy. We talked a lot about horse ownership in this show as well. We've got a done deal filly who's spelling at the moment.
Oh, I can't wait for it to run.
Fingers crossed she goes okay. But you talked about a sneaky runner early in the week. What's the mail? Media Chick.
Media Chick running down the south coast. 6 to Fun, and you'll see in its form guide, mate. So I'm hoping it lives up to that. I won't mention the margin, just a bare 17 lengths. But that's it from us this weekend. Head to the raceguide.com.au for all your feature profiling. Mike loves this sort of day at the track. They're going to come wide. They're going to be swooping. You've got to know horses. You're going to get through it.
Go Fulmina.